So a lot of people talk about Bigfoot couldn't be real because if it was, we definitely, for sure, without a doubt, would have found one by now. Whatever, right? Well, many people, me included, might argue that we have found them. We have seen them. Lots of people have seen them. People see them all the fucking time. Have we verified their existence? No. Have we verified the existence of a corpse or anything like that? No, of course not. Everybody would probably know about that if that was the case. I don't really believe, I have a hard time believing anything about a cover-up or whatever. If the government knows about them, they're not spending a lot of money to cover it up. They might not be volunteering the information, but they're certainly not going to waste a lot of time and resources on some giant cover-up. This isn't, we're not flat earthers here, people, let's be real. But if you don't know how vast the wildlife, if you don't know how vast the wilderness is in America, get on Google Maps. I saw a thing on Twitter just the other day that didn't have anything to do with Sasquatch or Bigfoot, and it was just the areas of the country that the US Census has a population of 0. See if you can find a picture of that. I'll see if I can find a picture of that and post it on here. Right here, boom. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't really plan on doing a lot of editing for this video. You can't tell I'm at the skate park because I'm a 35-year-old fucking dweeb who can't really ride a ramp but still likes to go to the skate park. Anyway, the wilderness out there is vast. And as long as we're not talking about some alien or some interdimensional shape-shifting skinwalker type UFO-bound demon monster, if we're talking about an ape in the woods, then yeah, check out Dryopithecus. I think I'm going to do a video on that. Bob Gimlin, not the Bob Gimlin that was with Roger Patterson, but the YouTuber who goes by the same name, he did a video about Dryopithecus, a supposedly extinct species of ape that was, I think it showed evidence that it may have been a biped, I believe. I'm not sure on that. I need to do a little bit more research and make my own video on the Dryopithecus, but you know, it wasn't all that long ago that we discovered the gorilla, and it really wasn't that long ago that we discovered the Beely ape. But you're saying, okay, well, we already have precedent of apes in Africa. Sure, we do. We already have precedent of apes in America, too. You're listening to one talk about apes right now. You are one listening about apes right now. So it's a fact. It's a known matter of historical record that apes crossed the Bering land bridge and came into America like 10 or 15,000 years ago. More than 10, less than 15. So why couldn't another ape have done it prior to that, or even at the same time? I don't know. You know, the couple things I think about Bigfoot is maybe it's not as old as we think. Maybe it's fairly new on the evolutionary branch, and that's part of the reason we haven't found any fossil records. And also I think that maybe it's probably not as smart as, I know I just said maybe, it's probably, what I mean to say is that in my opinion it's probably not as smart as a lot of the Bigfoot people like to give it credit for. It seems that it would be fairly intelligent. I agree with that. On par with an orangutan or gorilla or chimpanzee, easily, maybe even more intelligent. But that doesn't put it anywhere near the neighborhood of having our capacity for forethought, planning things out. Scientists aren't even sure that Neanderthals thought exactly the way we do, like making a plan and stuff. Like a chimpanzee will make a tool, but it'll throw that tool away when it's done using it and make a new version of the exact same tool to use for the exact same purpose the next day. Whereas we will keep tools and improve upon them and learn from each other and get better methods at creating tools. I just don't think that if this wood ape Sasquatch exists and is out there, I don't think it's a super duper intelligent animal. I don't think it's anywhere near as intelligent as we are. It's probably really good at certain things. And just to bring this ride around full circle before I end it real fast, a lot of people talk about we never would have found the evidence for it. Well, I'm talking about an animal that's evolved to be really super hidden. You know, it's the puddle fallacy. Here, all my skeptic friends are performing the goddamn puddle fallacy by telling me that we would have found this thing. Does that make sense? I'm actually riding a skateboard right now, and my mental capacities are a little bit more focused on what I'm doing with my feet. What I mean is, just because we haven't found this animal that's supposedly really hard to find doesn't mean it doesn't exist. That's part of the description. Supposing it has evolved, suppose it buries its dead. Why is that so hard to believe? Why are we the only ones that would? We think Neanderthals did. Homo erectus may have. So, I mean, some of the other versions of humans have and did. I'm not saying that this is a version of a human, but I'm not saying it's not either. You know, sometimes evolution does get rid of things like, in this case, tool use would be the argument. It can't be on the Homo genus because it's not using tools. Suppose it gave up tools. Suppose it, you know, like primates evolved tails, and then the apes we didn't need them anymore, so they became superfluous and then atrophied and you know, in the evolutionary line, I don't know if atrophied is the right word, but you know what I mean. They diminished and eventually went away. So yeah, I guess I'm sort of rambling. I don't know if I had a point or if I made that point. I hope I did. I wanted to talk about that a little bit, so I probably went too long.